The Philadelphia 76ers haven't been shining in the recent period, and the primary reason for this is the injury suffered by Joel Embiid, which ended his season. They've only won once in their last 8 games. Currently, they hold a record of 30-20 and occupy the 5th position in the Eastern Conference standings. Although Joel Embiid was once again in a close race for the MVP award this season, with Nikola Jokic being his main competitor, he suffered a knee injury that will force him to miss the remainder of the season. This is a huge headache and problem for the rest of the team because they were on a good path to make an extra push. It seems that Tyrese Maxey will have to take on additional responsibilities. And his excellent form this season is reflected in his averages of 25.6 points and nearly 6 assists per game. Besides him, Tobias Harris is expected to handle the ball much more in the offense, as well as Kelly. If they want to break the negative streak, it will be necessary, first of all, to stop the transition game of the Atlanta Hawks and make it as difficult as possible for them to shoot three-pointers, as their opponents are one of the best teams in the NBA in that regard. The Atlanta Hawks have been playing with a rather inconsistent rhythm this season. They had a streak of 4 losses, which they interrupted with 4 wins, only to then suffer 2 consecutive losses before this game. Currently, they hold a record of 22-29 and sit in the 10th position in the Eastern Conference standings. What is more than noticeable is that offensively this team rarely fails to deliver, but their main weakness lies in their lack of commitment to defensive tasks. Trae Young is having a fantastic season with 28 points and 12 assists per game. Young is the player with the most three-pointers made in the Eastern Conference so far this season. And interestingly, his teammate Bogdan Bogdanovic ranks second in this regard. The Serbian shooter is in tight competition for the title of the NBA's best 6th man, currently on a streak of 60 games with at least 1 three-pointer made, and he is also the only bench player to surpass the 700-point mark so far this season. These two are the driving forces in the backcourt of the Atlanta Hawks, along with Dejounte Murray, who complements the mentioned duo. The Atlanta Hawks will have a much easier task without Embiid in the opposing team, which will open up additional space for them in the paint, and also for their outside shooting. It is essential for them to capitalize on every defensive mistake by the 76ers and to shoot three-pointers at high percentages, which is their strongest weapon and one of the main factors for a potential win. In the last 5 head-to-head matchups, the Philadelphia 76ers have won 3 times, while the Atlanta Hawks have won twice. It's worth noting that their most recent encounter went to the Hawks by 139-132. Absences and injuries: Nicholas Batum, Joel Embiid, Robert Covington, and DeAnthony Melton are injured for the Philadelphia 76ers team. It's questionable whether Daniel House and Marcus Morris will play. Clint Capela won't play for the Atlanta Hawks, neither will Muhammad Guy. Dejounte Murray is also questionable. The Philadelphia 76ers are visibly shaken after Joel Embiid's injury, and it seems they are still searching for adequate ways to compensate for his absence. The Atlanta Hawks will aim to exploit all of the 76ers' weaknesses in this confusion and secure the win that holds significant importance for them to stay in the playoff race. Expect them to capitalize on their three-point shooting prowess and utilize fast-paced transition play to secure a win on the road against the Philadelphia 76ers. Our prediction is Atlanta Hawks to win